feel like if they're going to play neutral objectives, getting a Minotaur is not that bad. But they go for the high-lows instead, receiving some nerfs here. The HP growth not as amazing as it was before.
And now with a Thunderbolt
spot, is it gonna be DEWA United or is it gonna be GEEK Fam?
When momentum shift continues, will it be GEEK Fam who gets the win against DEWA? Revenge is what they're looking for. Meanwhile, DEWA trying to replicate what they did to GEEK Fam in the first leg. However, it is a bit different this time. Ray on a utility jungler. Well, it's not really utility, still damage, but in an assassin meta, Alpha's pretty utility.
Yeah, and for Veldora, running the Warcry emblem too, is trying to augment some damage towards his lane opponent later on. Looking at the emblems by IndyHome for the rest of the setups, you can see tenacities for the side of DEWA. They want the skirmishes to happen, and for Azura, going for the Inspire here with his style that likes to go and outplay his opponents is a great fit. But on the other hand, weapon mastery for Chidera, like we said, the scaling potential for GEEK Fam is a lot higher, and for Beloyski to go with the pull yourself together, that's just classic Beloyski. He wants to make the plays happen, and he needs those battle spells to really catch DEWA off guard. So that is something they have to try and keep in mind, especially in the mid game where those pickoffs can get really devastating.
Yeah, in the bottom lane though, you can see the changes already from Chorizo using that tank emblem after the no mana update in this patch. Yep. So it's gonna be harder for pretty much everyone in GEEK Fam to burst him down with that extra survivability.
Exactly. We were talking about it. I think Arashi and Omawa mentioned it on stage as well. Having no more mana means that you can go for the tank emblems and you can be a lot more of a threat. We expected it to be Cryo, and so far has been true. And we can see the win rate for Chidera, 3-0 on that Lunox.
The Paramis as well, Rashi.
Oh man. Again, the stats don't favor DEWA, but they have went up against the Theta before. But look at this early game clear coming in from the Vexana Hylos combo. You can see that early moves towards the turtle is being used by DEWA as they should, but look at this.
Good setup coming down. Purify as well from a boy. Already used early. Netherrealm coming down. Veldora with the Earth Shatter and the Flicker. Getting him down with the Revitalize. It's there to keep Chorizo alive. DEWA United winning in the turtle fight. West is trying to run away right now. Doesn't have the Revitalize, and that's the re-engage with the Stampede to bring him back. GEEK Fam trade the turtle for a kill on Mr. Baloy.
Good damage control there from GEEK Fam, knowing that they have no chance at all on the turtle. They opted to go for the Horsey instead.
They opted to go for the punish, but for DEWA, the fact that they were chasing GEEK Fam into that tight corridor, that is where GEEK Fam's composition has the most potential. Really should be a bit more careful about that, because we know with the Alpha, with the Hylos, this early game is where they want to shine, where they want to be the aggressors. And look at that, they are looking for these fights, but they gotta be a bit more patient with how they set it up.
Good reflex there coming in from Beloyski, knowing that Spear of Alpha is coming, but looking at the prediction, as always, Pak Bulong favoring for the underdogs, but Lim Kochul, yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
He used to work there for DEWA United.
Whoa, exposed.
Yeah, but the rest of us, I think we all know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
Ooh.
700 gold lead for GEEK Fam, and again, they do scale pretty well. The big concern is DEWA have ways to actually overload the Lunox, right? They have Hylos, they have an Alpha, and on top of that, the Herith and Arla they'll be diving in too. So if GEEK Fam utilize their cycle of abilities, if they're not able to layer it properly, it could be scary as we get into the later stage of the game.
But as always, I think the main pressure is still on a boy. That Netherrealm, considering all the AoE, all the combos available for DEWA, can be fatal, but look at Vincent.
Chorizo walking up, final slash coming down. Oh, the fracture, Chorizo! One reset, can't go for another reset, and it is going to be a solo kill.
And that is the perfect time. Vincent can recall here and pretty much spawn at the exact time the turtle is coming in, so no losses at all for GEEK Fam.
Vincent, even with the lack of mobility on that Nolan, the damage doesn't go away. And instead, actually, that ultimate, the fracture, now slows your opponents, so you can land it a bit more reliably. As we can see here, Chorizo trying to make his way, but he's
Baloy with the read again! Big brain Baloy! Good Netherrealm coming down now, as that's going to be the glorious pathway. Chorizo with the final slash, whipping Beloyski. Getting charged back by the cavalry, that is Muesa, but now Vincent walks back up, getting the kill down. A good stampede, Vincent securing the rectory on the turtle as Chorizo runs away. Vincent with a chase, the fracture to claim the triple kill.
Oh my goodness, lightning quick, they have no hesitation at all, Rashi, on that pickup. And also a good response, that perfect cold altar from Aboy.
Yeah, the Netherrealm coming in from Aboy was so good. It's just the right timing. You saw DEWA. You can see though, they have some potential there. But it's just a short burst of damage with the Spear of Alpha, with the final slash. Once GEEK Fam are able to survive that, you can see that when it comes to damage output continuously, GEEK Fam just win it out. So DEWA has to be a bit careful with the chasing. But look at this.
Look at that burst. Mueza,
Whoa.
catches the fracture, is still able to survive. Now deal damage back. It's a kill over. Ray with the Spear of Alpha finding one, but now gets bursted down. Ray still trying to survive. But Baloy gets the final hit on him with that scythe.
Once again, GEEK Fam, they can't do no wrong this match so far. Every time they pull the trigger, it always favors them. As we take a look at the item by DEWA Game, Rashi.
Starlium for Azura, so a little bit more burst potential. But with the Hunter Strike for Vincent, a lot of ways for him to really capitalize on the lack of mobility, especially for keys. So you wonder if those Warrior Boots are enough for him to survive from the full combo, from the max damage. And honestly, you can see it earlier. DEWA have some damage, very burst heavy, but now there's a chance that GEEK Fam might be conditioned to think that they can survive from the initial burst. But if DEWA get a couple more items, right, get a bit more damage potential in those combos, could be dangerous for GEEK Fam. So they have to keep it respectful. And you can see Baloyski already building up some magical resistance just in case. But look at that, Sorizo on the buffed Arlet still can't do much.
Look at that, they're just trying to push everything on towards DEWA United, and so far a 3.3k gold lead in a span of 6.5 minutes. They are rolling right now as Vincent is going to be in time to just rotate to the turtle, and let's see if it's still going to be favoring GEEK Fam this time.
See, indeed, they were controlling it, but I don't know if they should be controlling it. This is a 4,000 gold lead for GEEK Fam already. Mueza brought back by the Stampede, now the onward, and Earth Shatter final slash to the back with the Revitalize. Mueza cannot survive. Another love to layer the scale, so Rizzo still in the midst of all the Spear of Alpha connects. Ray unable to get the last few hits. The Brilliance comes down as a boy will be taken out. Malloy is next to the chopping block as DEWA steamroll through a winning team fight.
So Rizzo absolutely turned the tides around with that final slash. Beautiful, just beautiful DEWA United, and right now they might have the first turret here. Might be in trouble, Vincent.
Nice run back. Azura picks up the turret. And just like that, DEWA recover.
With a gold deficit, that was a value pickup, the mid turret, that a lot of teams are really willing to sacrifice to keep up.
Whoa!
Now without that available, whoa, hang on a minute.
You got Levin and Bob Bulong right there on your screen. 90%? What?
90%?
Surely that's wrong.
Oh
Come
wait,
on.
I gotta get on this right now.
Oh, should we stop casting?
Nah, we can't do that.
Okay.
Look at the dates, Sheffin. Don't
Yeah.
just look at the promos, all right? It's not up just yet.
So you gotta wait.
It's about the context, Shevin.
Yeah.
Don't just get baited by the 90%. Because in theory, DEWA shouldn't have won that previous fight. But the fact that Ray was playing it so well, moving back and forth, and they got the combo down, and Sorizo sneaking to the back, denying the main damage dealers, Vincent and Chidera, from really going out of control. That is what DEWA needs to do, and they have done it. But now GEEK Fam still with the gold advantage, can't adapt, can't deny that from happening yet again.
Also another good thing for Baloyski. Might have to wait here.
He won't force it out,
Whoa.
right? Walks up aggressively, but yeah, no, he doesn't.
Okay, let's back to my point earlier. So far, Azura has the damage there as the main DPS for DEWA United. He hasn't been picked off once out of 10 kills for GEEK Fam. So it is a good thing to look forward to. Baloyski
Has the flicker, gets stunned out. The Spear of Alpha comes down as another realm will be baited out. Now the Divine Force out again. With the Iva connecting on the two, Baloyski's going to be taken down. Now Azura is free, and back in front of the Divine Force, and they get rid of GEEK Fam. Only Vincent and a boy left. Ray on the Lord. Vincent showing on the map. Cage trying to zone him away as a boy goes in for the Ghost Bursters, but will be caught by Sorizo. As a terrified down and the reset, Sorizo assassinating a boy on the Arlen, and DEWA United have made a full comeback in the gold lead.
Right, and you, as I mentioned, the Azura hasn't been picked off once. 4-0-2 by now. Good team fight for DEWA United.
A great show of aggression, turning the tides on GEEK Fam, not allowing them to surprise DEWA. But Sorizo, 1v1.
This time it's going to be different, Vincent. You were an assassin before, but now Sorizo's got the emote and very tanky items.
Man, that's a lot of damage coming through from the Thunder Belt as well. Ooh. Interesting. Baloyski sneaking up, waiting for something to happen, but he'll be backing away. And you can see that the itemization choice for Ray in particular is just so value. The Alpha builds the regen instead of the tankiness, but Mueza,
the horse coming down, good I'm offended on toward Cage. He gets stopped instantly. Good pick, Geek Fam.
Oh! With the Arteta Vincent!
With a fracture to Spear of Alpha to disengage. Mueza can get out because of Ray's sacrifice. But now it should be at least 2 turrets falling.
Oh my goodness, it's right to them in Earth Shatter because MPL Indo just now shattered the arena. And now they're looking to capitalize on it on that mid lane turret. 1.2k gold lead. They salvage everything out of that Earth Shatter from Veldora.
The fact that they were able to get keys before that initial engage, they know that the Vexana isn't available. No crowd control is there to punish Geek Fam when they clump together and move as a unit. So they just go for that engage and the flicker Earth Shadow from Veldora, man. Catching 3, I believe. Take a look at the replay here, presented by the official tournament smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy series. Mueza
Keys get caught. Oh man.
So I'm offended. Moving too far apart, no Purify available, and Keys. We've praised his aggression before, but in moments like this, it really comes to bite them in the back. That's just so unfortunate for DEWA, as Geek Fam pull away again in the gold lead. And you have to remember, DEWA has to use this mid-game power spike to really get a massive advantage. If Geek Fam can weather the storm, it's looking dangerous.
The boy, so able to escape, good conceal coming down. Veloisky does it all. Find the time of Venom. The Earth Shadow connects as well, but Azura pops in as a mind force. Vincent assassinates him. Ray, too far front. Chatero will be able to deal with him as Kaze cannot survive. The Curse Blast down, but what is the Curse Blast to Vincent's blades? Now the Primal Wrath, basic attack onto the horse. Good stun from Chorizo to disengage. As Geek Fam will try to utilize this wave in the mid lane to try to end the game. Only Mueza and Chorizo left to defend.
Once again, the Kumar Bush being the main perpetrator this time around. One minion there. Oh, they pull the trigger!
BBB coming down, so Rizzo trying to clip the wave. Won't be able to do so. But in the end, Geek Fam decide just to go onto Mueza.
Oh man, people say just stop beating the dead horse, but I don't think Geek Fam is stopping anytime soon.
Oh, hell no.
Just keep going for it, man. And you know, who's gonna blame them? Mueza on the Hylas now just isn't as tanky in the late game. So Rizzo though
tries to open up the map. Gets brought back by the Stampede. He can't go for the final slash. It was cancelled. Wow, well played, Geek Fam.
Pulled back and brought up by Veldora. There's really nothing Chorizo can do at that situation, and they make a quick work out of this Lord. 6k from what it was a slight gold lead for DEWA United.
DEWA United, man, they gotta compose themselves. Chorizo moving up solo like that, that is just not what you need to happen, especially in this late game where you know Geek Fam are waiting, are laying out those traps in the jungle. We know that he's tanky. He's went for the Athena immediately, probably going for Dominus Ice as well. He needs to be safe from the burst damage, because if he can survive the initial burst, then he can make the outplays happen. But earlier, even before the final slash was allowed to be executed, he just gets deleted immediately. So for DEWA, you gotta move together and gotta be a bit more composed.
Yeah.
And they have to understand that Azura is the key factor here. Even if Ray survives, even if Keys gets a big Eternal Guard, if Azura doesn't survive, doesn't get to evade from Vincent, they can't win these fights.
Conceal from below, trying to go for the Amazon. Mueza goes into the stomach, gets bursted down and sent the fracture almost healed for them now. Good Dome Run Wolf Team. Mueza taken down by the Lunar Pathway. Now it's Veldora. Goes in for control with the Primal Wrath. Ray with the Spear of Alpha defensively. Chorizo final slash onto 2. Still Azura right there. It is going to be Chatero who jumps in with a Brilliance too, and now Vincent walking up, unable to get Ray.
Oh, wow.
They've dealt with all the base turrets. One more in the bottom lane, very low, but they can't actually get close to it. They want to play with the I'm Offended Flicker combo. And that's a nail in the coffin to take DEWA down in game 1.
What an end to the game for Loisky. Oh my goodness, what an engage. Just brought back everyone on that team to Geek Fam. And that is going to be game number 1. Geek Fam stolen it from DEWA United.
Geek Fam lulling DEWA to a false sense of security.